Hello and welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show. We are so glad to have you guys join us for today's broadcast. Today's topic is going to be how to navigate this whole real estate market in the midst of COVID-19. So I have today Des. Say hey to everybody, Des.
Hey, everybody.
We're going to have a good time today, and I'll let you all jump on before I do my formal introductions of my special guest today. I don't know, like literally something happened that got really loud in the background time.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Because I was like, why would that happen time I literally start my broadcast? But I'm excited because today we are going to learn the ins and outs of how to navigate through this whole real estate market, especially while we're shut in during COVID-19. So let me go ahead and introduce our guest. As you guys come on, let me give you a few parameters. Go ahead and take a moment to share this broadcast with your friends and your family members. So all you have to do is go to my personal page and share it over to your friends and family page. You can start a watch party. You can, whatever way works for you. If you're watching on YouTube, then you can just comment in the section below. So that way I can know that you're part of today's studio audience. It's very important for me to know that you guys are even tuned in. So I love giving shout outs and saying, hey guys, thank you so much for joining today. I love having you as a part of the Kim Jacobs Show. So
I'm trying to share it myself, but I don't have my glasses.
Oh no, I just think you just did. I saw.
Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
Don't be in denial, Dad. Don't be in denial over there.
Okay, all right, I'm sharing it.
Good, yes, I can see that you're sharing. Let's see. All kind of people are sharing. That's good. So I'm going to go back out and come back in, and we are going to have yep, there you are. Yep, I can see sharing happening. And welcome, Tamika Stitt, to the Kim Jacobs Show. Make sure you guys type comments, and I will acknowledge you throughout the broadcast today. All right, Des Gerald is a mother of 3 lovely children. Let me preface this by saying they're not just your regular children, okay?
Of course they're not.
These happen to be my nieces, okay? So I am the auntie of these, and I'm so glad Love doesn't have a microphone right now. So I know she's watching the broadcast. So Auntie Love, they always say, Auntie Love, who is your sister. I take the opportunity to take the auntie role moment for a moment. And my nieces are Janai, Sania, and Jazara. And I am so excited because Des Gerald is the mother of my 3 nieces, Janai, Sania, and Jazara. She's also the grandmother, which she forbids her grandchildren to call her the grandmother. She's like, I am nobody's grandmother. I am Mimi. So they have to call her, and that's a lot for a child. Don't you think that's a lot of pressure for a child to be like, but I want to say grandma. No, Mimi. If you don't say Mimi, then
Mimi. Get it right.
So her grandchildren, which are Benji and Noah, have to say, hi, Mimi. And then
there we go.
Des does design work. She does staging, and she also owns her own real estate company, DI Real Estate and Staging. She has been licensed since 2004 as a real estate agent, and she also is a certified property stager since 2007. I am so honored. Look at your fancy cup. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I am so honored to welcome to today's show, Des Gerald. Welcome, Des.
Thank you so much. I appreciate the warm welcome. I appreciate it.
So glad you're on today. And I know that people are like just eager to know what's happening in this whole real estate market. But before we just jump right into that, how are you, your family, everyone doing during this whole COVID-19 situation?
We're doing great. My kids have cabin fever. They want to get out of the house. And, I said, okay, guys, every morning we're going to get up and we're going to walk together. Mm-hmm. I've been saying that for the past 2 weeks. Hasn't happened yet.
But shame,
We're going to try it again starting Monday.
I thought you got your last name on that one, like I was in the military. I said, that's a shame, Gerald.
Now, we did go out and walk a couple of times in the evening, but I'm really trying to make sure that we get up early. Thank God for waking us up, giving us breath, giving us life, and get our butts outside and walk and then come back. Yeah, before they get started with school and everything.
But they are still maintaining their school routines and everything as well online.
Yeah, but it's just it's different. It's different, and they want to go back to school. Believe it or not, when they were in school, they wanted to be out of school. Now that they haven't seen their friends and been in school, they're ready to get back to school.
That's interesting because I actually started homeschooling my children in January prior to the whole COVID pandemic outbreak, and they were doing very good, smooth routine. Sat at the computer at set time, and I was so excited about it. Now during this whole COVID-19 thing, they're like with Ivan home, and they're like, you know, our big brother's here. Let's just stay up all night and hang out and have fun, however we choose. So the whole routine has been a little more challenging, and I'm like, no, I'm the balance doctor. You will complete a set number of lessons. You're not making me out to not be the balance doctor anyway. So it's pretty interesting in this household too. But with buying, selling, and staging, I know that you wear all of these different hats. Tell us the difference between those hats for people that are.
So I do design consulting. So it could be just someone that wants to freshen up their house. It could be an investor that bought a flip and he wants help, you know, kind of with the floor plan, redoing the floor plan and picking out materials.
Okay.
And you know, just someone that is looking to probably purchase a house, but then have it remodeled, like a buyer that would want to purchase a house that they'd have to put work into it.
Okay.
So that covers the kind of the design aspect of it. And then from a staging standpoint, again, working with investors, with the flips. So a lot of times I'll find a deal, we'll do an acquisition. I'll go in and help with the design consulting. And then if they want me to stage it and put it on the market, which most of the time I recommend staging it.
Right.
And then put it on the market to list for sale.
Because see, the thing is, if you stage it, then you know exactly what the customers coming in will see. And the beautiful part is you do such super dynamic work that it's breathtaking when people walk in. Let me also give you guys her website. It's called direalestatestaging.com. And Des she goes to great extremes to find unique pieces and things to be able to have you have a beautiful look, no matter what kind of budget you're working within. I mean, she'll go to Ross, she'll go to TJ Maxx, she'll go wherever it takes to give you that popping look for your property, which I'm quite impressed with. So,
and I really try to work with people's budget and stay within their budget. This is a minimum, of course, that I charge, but I do really try to, help people with and staying within their budget.
Well, right now the real estate market actually seems like it's on a major decline based on what I've researched. I did a lot of research myself, and I noticed that according to, I know it was Redfin or something I had researched, that it said that it was a 9% drop in home sales this month versus last month. Speak to that a little bit.
Well, I think the drop has to do with people not being able to go out and actually look at houses that are non-vacant. Because we have been reduced to that. So as a real estate broker, we can still operate. We can do virtual tours and things like that. And we could actually show vacant homes, right? I think we are allowed up to 3 people in the home. So, I just recently showed the other day. I've still been showing. So I'll let them go in by themselves, especially if it's like a one level. I'll let them go in, take a look around, and I'll stay outside. And it really depends on how the house setup is, because I do like to take a look around myself.
Right.
Point out some things for them maybe they didn't catch while they walked through the house.
That's really good.
Yeah. And so so we can do that. But now this is what I'm coming up against as a stager and a realtor. So a vacant house that's staged is not considered vacant. It's considered unoccupied. So any house that's staged, yeah, any house that's staged, even though no one's living there, you know, it's considered unoccupied, not vacant. So yeah, it kind of put a damper. Yeah, it put a damper like on a lot of stages. It's like, I don't even think they thought of us. They didn't think of us at all. So the chapter president of the organization that I'm part of, which is the International Association of Home Staging Professionals.
Okay.
And I actually sit on the board here in Charlotte. I'm the PR board member. So I had to give
a PR
chapter. I got to give my shout out.
Your earrings alone are PR. That's PR.
Oh, thank you. Well, I want to give a shout out to my staging sisters. I don't want to say everybody's name because I might forget everybody. Forget some people. And so, but I would just want to give a shout out to all my staging sisters at IHOPS. I want to give kudos to Deepti, who's our chapter president this year. She wrote a letter and she got them to make us essential. So now stages are essential business, but we still have to operate. You know, we can go in and stage, but we have to leave it up to the realtor to decide what they would like to do with that. And the best way to do that is to just, I would stage it, get photos done. If you want to remove the furniture, remove it. But here's the thing, I'm finishing up with a stage, and then it's also going to be my listing. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's almost April 29th. That's 5 days.
Right.
So, hopefully they're not going to extend it, and I'll just leave the furniture in there. Or another option is they say that in order for a person to be able to go inside the house and look if there's furniture in there, is they have to actually go under contract. They have to have put some financial interest into that property in order to go and now look at it physically.
Wow. And this is only if it's been staged, or even if it's vacant.
Well, this is if it's staged. If it's staged, and if it's occupied, then a person can go and take a look at it after they have submitted a contract and will offer, and then went under contract and have put money down.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot. I want it. Like, there are a couple of times that I've looked at properties, and on the pictures they look, oh my gosh. I actually did that one time. I saw a property and I loved it from the picture, and then drove to the property because I was like, this is a slam dunk. This is a done deal. And I thought it was to die for. The kitchen cabinetry, everything was just so breathtaking.
Right.
When I pulled up to that property and I got out of that car, I sprained my ankle. That's how deep. What do you mean? That's how deep the steps were. I had to get into the property. I was like, what kind of sunken situation have I entered? And that was never shown on the pictures. Why do people do that? Trick you out like that? It bothers me.
Well, I always tell people you should go in person and look, because yes, pictures can be deceiving, right? And on the other side, I really believe that realtors should try to be as honest as possible when they're doing their descriptions. But yeah.
But it was in the description that it's in a deep incline or whatever. So they were honest, but nobody could have envisioned that level of depth,
Right.
So interesting. So you go ahead.
I was going to say something that I'm going to do, since I'm listing a property and I have to wait until someone either submits an offer now, because my property is going to have staging furniture. Okay. But one thing that I am going to do once it's staged is I am going to walk through the outside exterior of that house and try to show everything, right? Okay. And just with my camera, nothing fancy, but just have some type of visual for the outside exterior, any cracks I see, anything, so that people can see exactly what it looks like, or I should say filters. So it's something that they could, show their buyers.
I love that.
do the same thing on the inside until, we can get out, go out and play until
Right,
this
right.
lockdown is lifted. Because, I want to present the house exactly how it is. So.
Well, I actually commend you because I noticed that you have a walkthrough Wednesday program. And so you actually go in and walk through. I'll type that too. It's walkthrough Wednesdays.
And they can go on to my YouTube channel, which is my company name, DI Real Estate and Staging. I just realized I typed that incorrectly. My name. I forgot to put the and sign, but it's DI Real Estate and Staging. And they can find me on YouTube, and they'll be able to see all my uploads that I do. And also my Facebook page is the same name. So.
Okay, so DI Real Estate is
not spelled out. I think it's ampersand. Yeah,
it's the actual. Wait a minute.
And sign. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna go back through and edit that. So it's DI Real Estate and the and sign.
Right.
Staging. YouTube. So make sure you guys go and check out Dez's DI Real Estate and Staging YouTube channel and subscribe to her channel, but then you'll also get to see the flair of the different homes that she presents and her staging work as well. And she has lots of like animated videos on there with music and like,
I'm learning. This is part of my plan for this year, for 2020. I really sat down and took a look at my business as a whole and how I wanted to push it out in 2020. So during the fall, when I was in bed rest because I had foot surgery, I wrote out my whole plan of 2020, and I said, starting in January, I'm gonna start pushing those videos out there. And so I am proud of myself because it's been a long time coming.
I'm proud of you, and it's amazing work. So I'm really proud of you.
I'm learning. Thank you.
Let's go to some of our studio audience members. They've been typing comments, and this gives you an opportunity as a realtor to be able to connect with them and answer any questions they may have. Let's see what some people have said. I never know what they're going to say until they say it. So let's see. Andrea Belk said, "Good morning, ladies."
Good morning. Hey.
Oh, she said, "First lady, I love your makeup." Girl, I'm doing my very best. I'm doing my total best here in this house by myself, trying to figure out how to do some makeup. But Ebony has been giving me a lot of tips on her Ebby Reviews channel, and that's been very helpful to me. That's my cousin, so she like, Kim, you need to do this and what all of this stuff she keeps telling me. So I'm trying my best, and I actually have a store called Deeper Than Beauty. I don't think I've even told people about that, but it's called Deeper. Let me tell you guys real quick. Let me create a banner for it. Deeper Than Beauty.com. And so I've been dabbling with some of the products from my store, and it's called deeperthanbeauty.com. And I'm glad to put that up on your face, Des, because you see how you're the PR person for real estate? Yeah. This is a good time for me to just have a face, a beautiful face associated with Deeper Than Beauty. I'm going to plug deeperthanbeauty.com right on Des Reen's real estate face. Flowy. I'm a screenshot. Okay, I don't think we're supposed to be.
Oh my goodness!
I'm doing a total commercial right now, and it's so silly. Anyway, thank you so much, Andrea. Okay, Tamika, she said, "Hey, ladies."
Hey, Tamika.
Hey, Tamika, it's a pleasure to have you on. Okay, Christine Pottinger says, currently studying for real estate license. Any advice for people that are currently studying for real estate license? Yes.
My advice would be hang in there, stick in there. But one thing I want to point out, you have to be passionate about this industry. There's no other way to do it. Right. If you're not passionate about it, if you're coming in and it's like, oh wow, this seems like a great industry, I could, this is how I can make some really good money and great. Right. If money is the main focus because you think that you're going to be cashing big fat checks, you're going to be highly disappointed. Wow. I'm just going to say that because it takes a long time to build to that status. unless, unless you already have your built-in leads that you get. So like, say if you have a family member that's an attorney, or you have someone that's, in real estate, does real estate insurance,
Right.
homes insurance. If you have a pool of people already where you're going to be getting those leads from, then yeah, it might be a piece of cake when you first get in there. But it takes some time to build your business, and it's a constant grind. You will be working 24/7.
Wow.
But as long as you love it, you'll be all right. You'll be just fine.
And you love it. You love
it. I love it. Yeah. I dream about real estate.
I'm like, you're really motivated about it.
I wake up with ideas. I keep a notepad by my bed. So I pop up with ideas. I just write them down. Yeah, I'm very passionate about real estate and staging. And I tell people that I was born into it. I was born to do it. I had a mother that had OCD who made us wake up every morning and clean the house every morning, Saturday morning, at like 6 a.m. And we clean the house from top to bottom. I'm talking about borders, cabinets, wiping the walls down, dusting, rearranging furniture. I used to be like, Mom, how many times can we rearrange furniture? You can only rearrange it so many times. But when you think about it, she prepared me for the staging industry. She was a stager. She was a stager before it was called staging. And then after all of that, Kim, we would go shopping. We cleaned from 6, I would say 6, probably till about 2:00.
You had to get dressed and go shopping for what? To bring some stuff.
Decor items, carpet, curtains. Because if we're cleaning every Saturday, we have to switch up the house. We need stuff to switch it up with.
OMG. No wonder you always had something. You always have something. Like, I'm like, where did you get that from? And it's like, I had it. Where did you have it? In a storage or warehouse? Where did you get this stuff? It's beautiful.
And then my dad, he was an investor. He didn't have his real estate license, but he was always a landlord. Sometimes I would go with him to collect rent checks and stuff like that. And then my uncles, they were into construction, had a construction company. I was born into a family of entrepreneurs. And so it's, I tell people I was born into. I love it. I'm passionate about it. It's who I am. It's in my blood.
My God. Okay. Oh, hey, Nunu. Good morning.
Hey, Nunu.
Nunu's watching. That's my mom, everyone.
That's my girl. Hey, Nunu.
So she's a grandmother that also has a nickname. And so everyone that's her grandchildren, and not just her grandchildren, all people around the community call her Nunu. And they're like, hey, Grandma Nunu. Hey, Grandma Nunu.
Yes.
Hey, Grandma Nunu is.
That's right. That's right.
So she has the grandma and the Nunu tag.
That's right. The woman after my own heart. And I'm Mimi.
And that's Mimi, Mom. Now she's Mimi.
That's
Glad to have you, Mommy, on the show. Okay, let's see. Jerome McKenzie is joining us today. Great information, Kim. I will go back and watch the entire show. Thank you so much, Jerome.
Thank you.
And Jerome, he deals with a lot of properties in Utica, New York, him and his family. So he's an entrepreneur as well, and has always looked into doing things to just make a community better. And that's
awesome.
Yeah, so y'all might want to connect him.
Yeah.
And Tyra is his wife, and they are serious go-getters when it comes to doing properties and things as well.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining. Let's see who else. Pamela Howard is on. She said hello.
Hey, Pam.
And she also says side hustle is property management.
Okay, that's good to know.
Management. Did you know that?
I did not know that. So Pam, are you interested in doing like short-term property management? Because I'm looking for someone to help me with that.
Yes, she can't speak to you right now, but I'm going to speak on her behalf. And it's yes, because I know that she was working on a short-term project recently, and I think that was coming to an end. So this project that you're talking about will be a great transition. And now, you know what, now, this is crazy because both of you guys are members of the Mother Dreamer movement.
That's right.
And so I can't believe that we're making this connection now just on the show.
Yeah, because she doesn't push that.
What? Y'all are communicating every day in the Mother Dreamer movement chat forum, and you guys are finding out a way to connect right now on the show. So that's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So Pamela, she said she spoke up for herself. She said, yes, yes.
Okay.
Diane Long is joining us. Hey, ladies, she said, and she's from Pennsylvania area.
Hi.
Okay, and of course, Sania Jackson joined us. That's your daughter.
Hey, Nene.
She said, how do you think COVID-19 will affect the market, Mother?
And she sends me an emoji with a laughing face with tears coming down. Okay. Well, I definitely think it's going to take a hit. It will take a hit. Just based off of what I've said already. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to want to go under contract first before they could see an occupied property. But on the other hand, I kind of still do see some great things because I have buyers who they still want to keep looking.
Right.
I just submitted an offer last night. I was up against 2 different situations with multiple offers still here in Charlotte.
Oh, good.
So Charlotte is still, it's a strong market. Charlotte is a beast. It's a strong market. But I'm pretty sure COVID would affect it somehow. You know, you're going to see some down numbers. But I'm just hopefully we can hurry up and get back out here and it will bounce back to what it was, even better.
Well, this is good. So, like, what if people that are right now, they're getting ready to get on the market and purchase a home, what do you recommend to them be like their step-by-step kind of process right now? Because they're shut in. Do they still call, email, text? What do they do?
So just like a seller that wants to list their property?
Right. A seller that wants to list their property first, and then a buyer that's interested in buying a property, but do they just start dealing with you virtually? So it's both. Somebody that wants to sell their property, but they know everyone's shut in, so who's going to see their properties? And then someone that's interested in buying a property, but what if people don't feel comfortable letting them in their homes right now to even see the properties? I don't know because I'm not in real estate how that would work, but maybe speak to that.
Well, I would say since we have I'm looking at the date again, it's 5 more days until this thing is lifted, hopefully.
Oh, that's why you keep saying, okay, wait. That's why you keep saying 5 more days, because then at that point for a real estate agent, you can kind of go back to business as usual. Oh,
hopefully.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not, I don't, if I was buying a house, I'm like, I'm not coming right now. So that's nice.
So here's what I want to say on a personal level, right? We know COVID is it's a beast right now, and it's attacking people. But do your research and really look into how to build your immune system, because that's a big part of it. Like taking things that will keep your immune system built up and strong, so that if you do come across it, it will, I don't want to say bounce off of you, but it's not going to affect you to the point where now you go into the hospital and you're possibly dying.
Right.
And just eating right. Like, because I went to the grocery store the other day and I was like, when I saw the carts with the little babies behind the mamas, and all I saw was like sugared cereal, like just Pop-Tarts. And I'm not trying to be mean or talk down on anybody, but I'm just saying that type of stuff it's not nutritious. It's not going to add value or benefit to your body that will build it up and build up your immune system. Mm-hmm. And so I just wanted to point that out as well.
Well, the reason it's good for you to point that out, Des, is because I know you're really big into supplements and herbs, and you cook with different seasonings and things that you know can add value from a nutritional perspective. So I'm glad that you actually addressed that.
And you know what? People might want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel right now, because one of the segments that I'm going to be doing as far as video is concerned, I'm going to be doing a day in the life of my listing videos, and I'm going to have different segments in my listings. And one of them are going to be called Healing Home. And that's where I'm going to have my holistic coach come in with me, and we're going to have tea talk time in the living room. And then we're going to create a dish that could kind of help people build up their immune system, or help people detox, or just get people in the, in the mindset of I am eating to live and not living to eat.
Well, feel free. I know you're going to be like a recurring guest on
Mhm.
Kim Jacobs show anyway. Whenever you're going to do that segment,
Uh-huh.
let me know, especially if it's at 11. So I'm saying make that at 11. Then we will just kind of follow you
Okay.
and your holistic coach as you prepare the dish, and we can show
Sounds like,
the show.
yeah,
And
shout out to Ken Newbell. That's my holistic coach, Ken Newbell. He has a Facebook group or page. I think his page is Ken Newbill of Health. Isn't that a cute
how do you
name?
spell his name?
Ken, Ken as in Nancy,
Uh-huh.
and Newbill. And I know I have my Boston accent, right? N as in Nancy, EW, B as in boy, ILL, Newbill. And so the name of his company is New Bill of Health. Isn't that cute?
Oh, yes, a new bill
Great guy.
of health. Okay. And he has, okay, so I'm putting his information up as well.
Yeah. And I have another great guy, David Snell. He's my mold inspector. So I'm going to be doing some walkthrough Wednesdays with him.
That's
just going
good.
through different properties and properties that might have potential molds or just things to look out for.
David Snell.
David Snell. And his group is
S-N-A-I-L?
SNELL.
Okay,
Snell.
David Snell. He's the mold inspector.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I watched
He's a funny guy.
He was really on it. I said, now I love this guy's information. So David, I'm a fan of his already. David Snell, he's the mold inspector. So the good thing that I like about what Des does is that she pulls from resources that will help you as you're looking to get your home inspected, to make sure it's not mold infested, or to make sure that all kinds of nuances and details that your typical real estate agent may not even know because they don't have all of those in particular giftings, if that makes sense. But she's interested in your health. She's interested in making sure that your home is pretty from a staging perspective. And I mean, it's beautiful. You can even end up buying the stuff that she staged it for. And now you have your whole house furnished. You'd be like, leave that. I want that right there. I want that.
Now I'm coining something called home styling, because sometimes when my buyers buy a house, they need help putting it together.
Right. What is it called?
Home styling.
Okay.
So home styling. I don't know if anybody else calls it out there. That's something I came up with, I would say back in, I don't know, 10 years ago. And I said, I'm going to start calling myself a home stylist.
You are a home stylist. You're beyond a home stylist. I had this gentleman on yesterday on my show, the amazing Mr. Archer. He does balloon.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I would have popped the first one, and I wouldn't go too far at all.
And he was amazing. So I mean,
yeah,
you're amazing in this industry as well. So every guest that I have on there, amazing in their own right, and I'm so glad to have you on. Let's see, some more people chimed in on today's show. Diane Long sent lots of kisses and hugs and faces and stuff. And she's kissing you back. Great job, ladies. Courtney Jacobs says, and you know,
hey, Courtney.
And Courtney has Courtney Wellness Companion. And he's been helping me so much because I drink, confessions, I drink sodas, right? And so this week, I did not have one soda messing with Courtney. I'm like,
I'm gonna create a healthy soda for you. How's that?
If it tastes like Alka-Seltzer, I don't.
It's not. I'll create a soda for you, and I'm gonna give it to you, and you'll see.
Well, I'm not gonna commit to it on this.
I'm just saying you could try it, is what I'm saying. I'll create one, you can try it, see if you like it.
But if it tastes like some things, and I'm not gonna name them because everybody's different and people like different things, but I don't like Alka-Seltzer water.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't like that. Okay, but Courtney, yes, I've been compliant with what you said. Eating to live, love it. And he said that it's a shift in our thinking. And that's Courtney's take on the Courtney Wellness Companion. So if you haven't checked out his program, make sure you COURTNEE Wellness Companion. Okay, Pamela Howard said, take your wellness back. Okay.
That's right.
chastising me. I have taken my wellness back because Pamela Howard has a Take My Wellness Back program, and she walks every day. She's probably lost about 30, 40 pounds, and she has taken her wellness back in a tremendous way as well. Actually, I'm excited about all of this. Now, as far as going back to real estate,
yes.
If a person, let's just break it down. If a person is interested in buying a property, how do they navigate during this COVID-19 situation? Because not everyone's going to come out of the house in 5 days.
Right. So, well, again, like I said, I have buyers already that I've been working with that still wants to keep looking. So I'm pretty sure there's buyers out there that wants to buy a house and look. And so typically it's usually word of mouth. I would say half of my business, I would say 70% of my business is word of mouth, to be honest with you. So that's a good way to find a realtor. I can be your gal. And, another way is to just go online, do your research, look and see what realtor does what, how they're out there, how they're putting information out there, find someone that's seasoned. If they're not seasoned, at least someone, if they're new, they're under someone that's seasoned. That's kind of like showing them the ropes. But that you want to start there. And then, again, like Kim said, there might be properties where they look really nice online and you want to see them in person. Yeah. So, of course, there's a lot of vacant properties out there now because, realtors know that you just can't go into a furnished property. So you can either meet your realtor, look at a house that's vacant, or they could do like a virtual tour with you, go to the house themselves and walk around until hopefully some of these things are lifted. But buyers are still going out. We're still going under contract. We're still closing. So it slowed down maybe a little bit because of COVID, but it really hasn't slowed down because, like I said, I came up against multiple offer situations and I just submitted an offer 2 days ago.
That's really good to know. Now, what about people that have like unstable credit? Because I know that's a really big deal when you're trying to purchase a home. If your credit's not good, how much of a factor does that play in you being able to purchase versus renting?
Major factor. Okay, and I'm hearing now that some lenders are not accepting people that have credit scores below 640. There are still some out there that are, but you really want to be at a 640 anyway, because that's when the rates start to get better. The higher your credit, the better it is, and the more opportunities open to you as far as programs you need assistance with down payment and things like that. But your credit is important, and I have 2 great credit coaches, credit counselors. So if anybody needs that, I can provide that information.
Excellent. So right now, guys, just so you know how to get in touch with Des, you can go to direalestatestaging.com. direalestatestaging.com. You can also contact her by calling her at 704-997-9539. And that's a way to get directly in touch with Des. And she's very passionate about making sure that she puts every one of her customers into a property. So she's not going to just drop the ball and let you go on your merry way. She's going to stay connected to you until she sees it to fruition.
Hey, I'm still in touch with people I met 5 years ago. Still trying to motivate them and push them like, come on, you can do it. So my database is huge. Good. So a lot of my leads really come from my database. I have these lead generation companies calling me all the time, like, hey, if you give me this much money, I could send you leads. I'm like, I don't sign up for leads. I don't pay for leads, because a lot of times if you're in this business, your leads are right there in your database. Pick up a phone, build your relationship with the people that's in your database, and you'll get sales.
That's so true. And that's some good advice, Des. Also, you recently received an award. Talk about that Top Individual Staging Award by the International Association of Home Staging Professionals. I didn't type that in before the show. I was like, ain't no way I can type that in. The Top Individual Staging Award by the International Association of Home Staging Professionals. Tell us how you received that award, Des.
So I received that award in 2018 when our chapter, we have like a yearly conference that they do. Actually, I think we have two per year, but we do one big major conference, and it was in Charlotte that year. Our whole chapter actually won an award, and then I won the top individual award in 2018, which was cool. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm being noticed.
You are more than worthy of being noticed, and
oh, thank you.
Excited that you received that honor. And
and I want to give a shout out to the lady that is the creator of Home Staging. Her name is Barb Schwartz.
These are say the name. How do you spell it?
BARB Schwartz, SCHWARZ, I believe. And she actually came up with the concept back in 1985. She's been teaching people home staging. I think she's over I think 1 million. She's taught over 1 million.
Wow.
This whole home staging concept since 1985.
So special shout
beautiful
out.
Lady, beautiful heart. The website is stagedhomes.com, and that's stagedhomes.com if anybody's interested in the getting into home staging.
Wow. There's some good resources you're sharing.
Stagedhomes.com. Yes. And so we have a chapter in every state, and we're actually global because we're in other countries as well, overseas.
So if you're interested in actually learning more about being a stage home person, where you can actually learn how to stage properties, you can go to stagedhomes.com. Make sure you say Des Gerald referred you, and she's giving a special shout out to Barb Schwartz, who is the person that came up with the special award and came up with the whole staged homes concept. So thank you, Barb, for helping to produce wonderful.
I love you, Barb. She's such a beautiful lady. Oh my goodness, you would love her.
If she's anything like you, I love her. I love you, Barb, already. I love you. I don't need to question it one way or the other. Okay, so let's go back and just make sure you say credit is important. Having at least 640 score is necessary. Let me type that.
And let me give a shout out to my credit counselors too. Let's just get them all in.
You know, she turned this into a straight infomercial. I'm gonna start. Now I have a new idea too. Spanking idea that I'm gonna implement.
See, look at that. I'm bringing value here. I'm bringing value.
Okay, go ahead. Who is
Karina Calhoun. Karina Calhoun and Coretta Farrar. Those are my go-tos when it comes to credit counseling. Yeah, Farrar.
Okay, who are they?
Those are my go-to credit counselors. And you can just put their name in on Facebook and they'll pop up.
Counseling, okay.
Coretta's the credit queen, and Karina has her own podcast talk show called Go Be Great. Great stuff. Great information, guys.
Okay, so Karina Calhoun and Coretta Farrar, shout outs to you guys for being great credit counseling people. You have your own podcast, Go Be Great, and then also credit solutions for you. So these are recommendations that are
okay. Karina is Karena. Karena.
Karina Calhoun is
Calhoun.
I'm gonna tell you, I told you I don't have Cassandra over here. Okay, so you have to work with
I'm really sticking it to you, huh?
I'm like, the background of this show right now. I'm not that talented like that now. My gifting is to interview you, talk to you, all of this.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna cut you some slack now. I forgot about all that.
Wow. Let me go to some more. Let me take a break for a second. Okay, I will go straight to commercial right now. So we definitely will be infusing some commercials into the Kim Jacobs Show. So if you're interested in being able to run a 15 or 30-second commercial break on the Kim Jacobs Show, please make sure you inbox me and I'll give you the details.
Yes.
And I'll make sure that we run your commercial right here on.
And Kim is great with getting the word out. So this is a platform you definitely want to be on. Okay. Definitely.
Let's see some more audience comments. Okay. Diane Long said, congratulations to you on your award.
Thank you, Diane.
And also there are other people on here that I'm going to just look at for a second. They didn't comment, but Angela Jacobs is on. Thank you so much for joining in the studio audience. Courtney Jacobs, Pamela Howard. It's a lot of people I can't see because they didn't type a comment. If they don't type comments, then I don't know that they're on. So I'm excited for each and every one of you that joined in today. Also, let me make sure that I encourage you to subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. If you haven't subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show, go do that when the show ends. Make sure you take a moment, go turn on your notifications, and every day, Monday, well, when I say every day, it's weekdays, Monday through Fridays at 11 o'clock a.m., I have special guests that will be coming on. I would like to notify you guys, this is kind of like a commercial break. The next week I have Michaela Hayes coming on, and she's going to be talking about autism awareness. Then I have Monique Stubbs Hall coming on, and she's going to be your clear communication expert. She's going to share some powerful information too. I have the stylist to the stars, who is Derrickis Crawford. He styles Fantasia's hair. And so he'll be joining us next week. I have Dr. LaWanna Grant, and she's going to be talking about how to lead in the midst of this type of COVID-19 situation. Nice. And then I have Alina Green, who's coming on, and she's going to be sharing some fitness information with us on how to remain fit during any times of our lives. So next week's lineup is going to be tremendous, and I think you all will have a beautiful time. I encourage you guys to make sure that you join in on our noonday prayer line, which is coming up at noon. So every day when I jump off of the show, I actually get straight on to our church noonday prayer line. That phone number is 978-990-5000. Access code, you have to put the access code in, is 322-083-pound. Again, 978-990-5000. 322-083-pound. Make sure you jump on. We're praying for people that are impacted with this whole COVID-19, family members that have passed, and people that are still left here to deal with the passing of their loved ones, not even being able to be there with them when they pass. It's a lot that we're praying for people that are dealing with this situation. So join us.
Absolutely.
Des, make sure, as the owner of DI Real Estate and Staging, I want you guys to make sure that you reach out to Des. She is going to help you, hold your hand, and walk you through this process. Des, can you give us an idea from what do you do when a person first calls you and becomes your client? What do they first need to do?
I created this home buyer assessment form that goes through a series of questions, and then that way it lets me know where I need to send them. So I might either need to send them to my credit counselor, which I have an in-house credit counselor, which is Karina, or I'll send them straight to a lender to get pre-approved. Once they're pre-approved, then we celebrate. I take them out to lunch, and I do their buying consultation at lunch. I treat them for lunch and kind of celebrate, because that's a big step, just getting that pre-approval, and now we're out looking, So after that, we go out looking, we get you under contract. I do seller negotiating. I'm a beast when it comes to negotiating.
Yes, you are.
And then we go into contract, and you're working with a whole bunch of different people, from your lender to me to home insurance companies, home inspectors, maybe David Snell, mold guy. And I call myself the human mold detector, because I could literally walk in the house and smell it, and people don't even smell it.
Oh, wow.
And I just my throat starts getting like swollen or itchy, and that's when I know there's mold. But of course, you got to call in a professional.
Yeah, right. And be like, what?
But yeah, we look at all of that.
State agent said that there's mold. They're like, well, is she a mold expert? No, she has a nose for it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And then there's a way that I show property. There's key things that I go over with my client from the exterior of the house, walking around the house to the interior. There's key things that I have my clients look at to make sure that, okay, this house has been kept up, well kept. It's good. You know, let's go for it type of thing. And then, yeah. And then, you know, we go to closing and we get those keys.
Now, what about people that aren't able to purchase a home yet, but need to rent temporarily? How do you work with those type of individuals too, or just only people that are purchasing?
Yes, I actually work with renters. I'm one of the few out here in Charlotte that works with renters. Actually, there's not a lot of agents that do, because I think, they look at it as they don't make a lot of money, so they don't want to work with a renter. And you know, out here, the rental market is not the same as if you were up north, because in Boston, you know, the rent there is like 2,000 plus, and I'm talking about a studio.
Right.
Like 2,000, and then you talking about 3-bedroom, that's like close to $4,000, right? So up north, you can make a lot of money just being a rental agent, because you get 100% of the first month's rent. Here in Charlotte, okay, you got to consider that the rent is lower, so you're probably looking at maybe a 1,400 to 2,000, maybe. It'll go over 2,000 depending on who it is, but a lot of times the listing agents only pay out about 10%, 15%. So you think you're showing a renter out and it's like $1,400 a month. 10% of that is $140.
Right.
That's why a lot of realtors here don't help them. But I work with renters. I'm big on building relationships. I do charge a retainer fee so that I'm not just driving around spending gas money and that's it. Right. I charge a retainer fee because I do like building a relationship and meeting someone right where they are, right in the beginning, so that I can advise them and build a relationship. They can see how I work and just keep in touch with them until they're ready to buy. And that's how I've actually built a lot of my database.
That's so good, Des. I've truly enjoyed our interview today. This has been extremely informative, and I want to make sure that I don't miss any audience comments. Let's see. Yes, awesome platform, the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you so much. Let's see. Courtney also said Des is the real deal with real estate. Oh, Des is the real deal with real estate. She is also an awesome person. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
That's a great shout out. Let's see. So lots of great comments that came in. And again, we're just so glad that you guys joined us on today's episode. Remember that Des has Walkthrough Wednesdays.
Yes.
And that's where, tell them what that means on Walkthrough Wednesday. What can they expect when they go to your YouTube channel and see Walkthrough Wednesdays?
Okay, now I just started that season of those shows. I was doing Sensible Sundays, but that season is over. And now I'm doing Walkthrough Wednesdays. And that's where I'll be walking through my properties, projects. Like say if I have a flip project, and I actually got I'm working on my first flip.
Oh,
I have a partner that helped me, and working on my first flip. That property is in Greensboro. So you'll get to see me walk through that property in gradual stages. And so that's what I'll be doing. When I'm working on projects from start to finish, I'll do a quick walkthrough and give updates. Good. And it's going to lead up to a big reveal, because I usually do a big reveal party just before it hits the market. I'll do like a big reveal with my real estate professionals group that I have, so that they could get a sneak peek before it hits the market the following day. So everybody will get to follow that journey and just see the progression of the different projects, see some before and after staging stuff. I really want the message that I want to put out there is that, I want to empower home buyers, home sellers, investors from the start of their real estate journey, being, just very well informed consumers from the start of their real estate journey. That's very important to me.
I love it, Des. And now listening, another comment came in. L. Yvette Scott. She said, great information. Thank you, Lady Jacobs, for sharing this show type of thing. So
thank you.
Glad to have this information. Thank you for being a part of the studio audience, Yvette Scott. Thank you. Okay. So
And
let's.
one more thing that I did want to say too is what I want people to understand is a realtor has a very hard job. Okay, just like I was telling the other lady that's in the real estate industry.
Right.
I'm starting to build a team, and I have an agent under me now that I'm training. And she was at my staging. I was showing her how I set up stages, and so that she could kind of help out. Sometimes she's like, "This is not for me."
Right.
She's like, "This is a lot." I said, "Yeah, I know it is, right?" She said, "This is." Wow, she's like, it's a lot of information. So she, I know there's this misconception out there that realtors are making all this money. They get a buyer, write up a contract, and if that they're writing a fat check, and that's not all to it. It's a lot to it. We do a lot of work.
Wow.
So I want to get that message out there as well, and that's why I wanted to kind of give videos, showing videos of my projects progressing, and just a little behind the scenes stuff so that you could see what actually, realtors actually do.
Well, I love this. Make sure you guys subscribe to Dez's YouTube channel, DI Real Estate and Staging. She also has videos on there. So that the people that she named on here, like the Mr. David Snell guy, you have to go back and watch that episode of him talking about mold. So those Sensible Sunday episodes, they are on her channel, and you can go back and watch any of those, and she does an excellent job. And if you want to get in touch with Des, you can go to direalestatestaging.com, or you can also call her directly at 704-997-9539. Des, I am so grateful that you joined today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Is there
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And if you guys call and don't get me, text me. I'm good with text because I'm always driving around and all over the place. So sometimes
I know you were at Lowe's yesterday. I saw you.
Yeah.
I was like,
I just can't answer the phone all the time. I might be with a client. I might be in the closing. I might be staging a property and my phone's down somewhere. So please feel free to text.
Well, I'm sure people will be reaching out to you. Is there any last burning thing that you just like, dog, I wish we didn't disconnect before I said this? Is there anything else you wanted to say on the Kim Jacobs Show to the studio audience?
I just want to say, you know what, in this time in COVID, it is very, very important to really get in tune with your spiritual side, to make sure that you have a relationship with God, with our Creator. Love on your family. Tell them that you love them every day. Hug and kiss them. I push my kids away sometimes because I'm like, okay, that's enough. But love on your family. Speak to your family every day. All right. And sometimes friends are family. So call your friends too, whatever it takes. But stay up, stay positive, and stop watching the news. I mean, I know you got to know what's going on, but if it's starting to make you feel down, stop it. Stop watching.
I was doing some daily updates in the very beginning, the first week. By the time I felt so weighted down and so heavy laden. My chest was tight. I said, you know what? I'm gonna let the thinkers deal with this stuff. I'm just gonna focus back on just being Kim and just enjoying interviewing people.
Right. That's right. I'll be honest. I don't watch the news. My family calls and like, okay, Des, I know you don't watch the news.
This is what's happening right in your yard.
20s, like it really. I sunk into a deep depression, and we can go into that into another episode when you have me on. I'll talk about how I fell into a deep depression in my 20s, and that's when I knew I can't watch the news. I can't watch the news at all.
Well, there's plenty of good information out that you have to stay abreast to and make sure you stay up to date on. But if you don't watch it, I'm sure somebody will tell you about it either way.
And plus, things pop up on social media. So it's like, okay, that's what's going on.
You see it automatically. You're going to see it everywhere. Also, Nikki Key, DJ Nikki Key.
Okay.
Nikki is my cousin.
Hey, Nikki.
She actually does such a great job at DJing, and she DJs all of Gabe's Heart events. I'm talking about like really customized music, my gospel songs, everything I ask her to do. She does a great job in providing that particular lineup. So if you're ever looking for a DJ, is Nikki the Key. Nikki the Key. She's awesome. Hey, my mom making this a personal family reunion. She's like, hey, Nikki. She's like, shoot, I'm ready to say hey to Nikki right now. My mom just started Facebook. She's like, now that I'm on a roll, go Ella, a senior citizen on Facebook. Des, thank you so much for joining. Again, make sure you reach out to Des at direalestatestaging.com, and her phone number is 704-997-9539. Go and jump on the church prayer line right now, and it's for 30 minutes, 978-990-5000. Access code is 322083#. I will see you guys on Monday at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Des.
I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you. Thank you for being my guest today. It was wonderful.
All right.
Thank you guys for being in my audience. God bless you all.